heat press. It's making it so warm in here. Isn't that fun? I line this ruler up on the neck of my shirt. If you're one of those people that like to wear sweatshirts in the heat, that's totally awesome. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Ashlyn and I'm the owner of Brainstorm Joy. Today we are going to make some shirts for Valentine's Day, but these are not going to be your typical Valentine's Day with like XOXO and whatever else. It's about Jesus, as everything is. So let me show you what's going on. So I have my heat press back here, it's on, and I've already made some shirts. Let me show you. I already have these done. This is a design that I've already had in my shop, but they wear on a t-shirt instead of a sweatshirt. I'm actually wearing it. But I decided to put it on a sweatshirt because this design sells every time that I offer it. So I was like, why not do it as a sweatshirt? So we have this on a sweatshirt, and I have 3 of them, I think, and it says a friend of mine, and then it has a post note or whatever scrapbook paper of Jesus's name, and then it says greater love has no one than this, that someone laid down his life for his friends, John 15:13. And this isn't necessarily a Valentine's Day design, but it also can go for Valentine's Day. I honestly just wanted to put it on the sweatshirt, but it can go with my Valentine's Day drop because it's about love and what Jesus did for us. So there's this design, which is already done. Then we have this cute little goose design that says, silly goose, Jesus loves you. And voila, isn't it cute? It's yellow. I like to play around with like not your typical Valentine's Day stuff, so I thought I would do yellow, and this is going to go on a blue t-shirt or sweatshirt. Hopefully it looks good. I have not made that one yet. And then we have this one that says he first loved us. Very girly, your obvious Valentine's. When you think about Valentine's, pink and red, you know. It says he first loved us, and this is going to go on a dark maroon shirt, so hopefully that looks good too. I don't know. And not shirt related, but another thing that I'm going to drop. Okay, I guess this is going to be like a sneak peek from my Valentine's Day drop. I'm going to drop this like in the beginning of January. I don't know the exact date. I think I'm aiming for January 5th, but we'll see. I don't know. Today is currently December 27th. It's almost the new year. I hope you all had a very Merry Christmas, by the way. I hope it was a good one, but now it's like, let's go forward. It's time for the new year. Anyway, so here are some fabrics that I got for some new Bible sleeves. We have this one, and last but not least, going again, not towards your typical pinks and reds for Valentine's Day, but I thought this would be such a cute one for Valentine's Day as well. And like I said, those are all going to be Bible sleeves. And then I do have a few other ones that I'm going to do, like new pin holders. They're not necessarily Valentine's Day specific, like for the drop, but I do have some new Bible sleeves and pin holders that I'm also going to be dropping in the new year. So there's a lot going on already, and then of course I'm thinking about what other things I can do in the new year, but we'll just wait until later for all of that. So I actually was not going to pull up my camera today because it was already kind of dark and cloudy outside, and it's dark in this room, so I was like, I'm not going to do camera stuff today. But then I was like, you know what, why not? Because I don't make shirts often, so this is a little different than just your typical sewing studio vlog, so I was like, let's do it together, why not? But I want to show you some things that I got for Christmas. I did get this t-shirt that was like, I think you all will like. You know what, let me go find the t-shirt because I want you to see it. So I want to show you a t-shirt and some other things that I got for Christmas. These are like business related, so I did get other things, but I just want to show you these things because they're things that we've talked about. And then this t-shirt I just think you all will enjoy with me. So this t-shirt says, forget the crafting room, I need a crafting house. Isn't that like so true? Isn't that fun? So I'm going to wear this once it's cleaned. I have not washed it yet. But it says, forget the craft room, I need a craft house. Literally, I need a bigger space. And then, I think I talked about this in one of my other vlogs, but I bought myself some microphones. I have not tried them out yet, so I probably should do that. But I got these off of TikTok Shop, so hopefully they work. I'm not sure. But my mother-in-law also got me some microphones for Christmas. So so I now have like 2 microphones. I'm either going to return one of them or keep both. We'll see, because I haven't tested them yet, so we'll see what it's like. I appreciate the gifts, obviously. Another thing that I got business wise are some new batteries. Oh, finally guys, I have not tried those out yet either. They're currently charging, but they come with 2, so that's really nice. It comes with a charging port that holds both batteries so they can charge at the same time, and it comes with 2 batteries. So now I have 3 batteries if they fit into the camera. I don't know, I haven't tried it yet. Right now they're charging, but they're almost done. So anyways, those are some Christmas gifts that I got that relate to my business. And then I bought something for myself literally like yesterday to try to do something new in the business. So maybe we'll talk about that more once it gets here. But some exciting things are happening, and I appreciate you all coming along for the journey for this year, and I can't wait to see what next year has in store. Anyways, let's get to work. So like I said, I don't really make t-shirts that or apparel that often in my business. I'm primarily a sewing business. Obviously I can expand that if I want to, and I have before, but then like I changed my mind about what I want to put in my business. Like, I like making apparel, it's just not, it doesn't sell as often or quickly as my sewing does, like my sewn items. My apparel does sell at my vendor space that I have, so that's primarily what I'm making it for. But I might also post it on my Etsy and see how it goes, but they literally like never sell on my Etsy, so we'll see if this sells on my Etsy or not if I decide to post it. But right now I'm just going to take it to the vendor spot and see how well it does there and go from there. I of course want to expand my business and tap into more things than just sewn items. I think that will also help it be able to grow, because if I'm literally only sewing everything and I get like a lot of orders at once, and if I keep it made to order instead of in stock, that's going to be difficult. And of course I want my business to be scalable. I want to be able to grow. And I think if I offer more than just sewn items, that will help it to be able to grow. That will also help me to be able to manage the growth, because sewing takes a while. Obviously making anything takes time. I'm still making these shirts, but it is a little bit faster than sewing obviously, but I am still making them, so it's still handmade, which is great. As my business continues to grow, I do have to decide if I want to keep my business primarily handmade or not. I have considered outsourcing some products before. I'm considering doing that now, but I don't know, because there's something special about it being handmade, especially when you have a successful handmade business. I'm not saying mine's successful, but I'm not saying it's not either. I'm just saying. But like a successful handmade business, as in like you're literally actually making profit, because I know business is difficult and a lot of businesses actually lose money before they make money, definitely when you're first starting. So when you're actually a successful profit making handmade business, that's pretty cool. Like, people are buying what you made with your own hands and you're making like profit off of that. That's pretty cool. So of course I want to keep it as handmade as I can, but also I want to be able to still make income and not make anything at the same time. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, one day I want to be able to go on vacation and still be able to make money and not have to worry about, oh my gosh, I need to go make that, or hopefully that's already made, you know, stuff like that. So I'm just considering now how I want my business to continue to grow, because like I said, there is something special about it being handmade, and also there's kind of like a weight that comes with it. I don't know if that's how to describe it well, but like, people expect me to make stuff. They really do. Almost every time somebody sees something that looks handmade or that looks creative or crafty, they're like, did you make that? I'm like, They ask me so often, and sometimes I'm like, no, I didn't make that. People just expect me to make stuff, so I don't want to give it up. I don't want to give up hand making stuff, but I also want to be able to expand it to, you know, a bigger level than me solo hand making things would be able to do. Of course, I could probably hire people to make stuff for me. We're not there yet, but I mean, that way it could still be a handmade business, but other people are helping me to make it. We'll see what happens. But like I said, I think also just having different products will help the business grow in different ways. It will be able to reach more people, because sometimes, you know, what if people don't really, not that they don't like your handmade items, but like that just might not be what they're looking for or wanting right now. Apparel is always a thing. People always need clothes. You don't always need new clothes, but you always need clothes, you know. So like I've said, I've done apparel before. It's just not something that sells that well in my business, but I also don't really market it that much. So maybe if I market it better, then it would sell better, obviously. So that's another thing that's going to change hopefully in 2026, is that I will be better at marketing and reaching a bigger audience for things, you know. And I really want to get a brand identity. I want y'all to know what you're getting when you come here. I don't want y'all to be confused about what's going on when you look up Brainstorm Joy. I don't think that you are right now, because something that is so exciting, if you Google Brainstorm Joy, I pop up. That is literally so exciting, and you can tell what I make, so I guess that I shouldn't worry about that too much, I guess, but I just want to make it even better. But it's really exciting. Anyways, I think the reason why I started to come on here and talk to you, I forgot, the way that I like make shirts is I have this shirt ruler. If you're also an apparel business or whatever, I got this off of Amazon, and it is in my Amazon storefront. If you're interested, it works pretty well. I line this ruler up on the neck of my shirt, and you can do this like at your heat press and go ahead and press it, but my heat press is like, I think it's a 15 by 15, so it's definitely not like that big. So I like to put it on my table, and then I get heat resistant tape and I just tape down my transfers, and then I put it on my heat press, so that way I just can see if it's where I want it to be. I think you can literally just press it at your heat press without doing the heat transfer tape and whatever, or the heat tape. But like I said, that it's just not that big, and I want to be able to see what I'm doing so I can line it up nicely. So I like to just do it at my table, tape it, and then move it over, which adds in more steps and makes it take longer, but it makes me feel like I'm lining it up better. So that's what I do. I'm gonna keep working now. I will talk to you later. So this is what I was talking about when I was like, my heat press is like a 15 by 15, I'm pretty sure. This is an extra large size, so I can only put on like a little bit of the design, and then I have to move the shirt to get the bottom half. So that's why I like to do it on the table and then move it over here instead of putting it on here and pressing it, because then it would probably be like crooked and not in the center, and I want it to obviously be straight and in the center. But this is what I'm talking about. There's like not that much space over here. I have 5 more shirts to make, and then I'm done making the shirts, and then we'll be done with this video, because that's all we're doing in this video. I might go take some pictures with the shirts on. I personally don't like being the model of my own shirts, so that's why I bought that mannequin, so my mannequin can model for me, and also so I can have full control over what the picture looks like, because when I'm the model, my husband takes the pictures and he tries his best, but I'd rather, you know, have it to look like what I want it to look like. But anyways, I might go model these shirts, but I don't know because it is a cloudy day. But also pretty cloudy and moody all the time when it's winter. So anyway, in one of my other videos I talked about how this is like a helpful thing to hold your smaller item things, like for whatever reason, I can't think of what this is called right now, fusibles, interfacing, yeah, something like that. It was like helpful to put these in there and to keep them organized. However, if you cut out a lot of these and put them in this, then this is like it's actually not that good. So scrap that idea. Don't listen to that part of that video. This is not good to have a lot of these. It is good to have like smaller things like this, but not a lot, because then it gets too bulky and then it won't close. So I upgraded to this container thing and it's been working out pretty well for me. I got this from Hobby Lobby. So now I have this to hold those smaller pieces of fusible interfacing stuff for me, and they're all organized so I know what's what, and it has more space than this does, and it has 3 different things. So I switched to this. This is like, maybe it was like $11 or $12, so it is more expensive obviously, but this works out better than this. So just in case you're interested, I got this from Hobby Lobby. Now we're gonna go continue with these shirts so we can get this done. It is really hot in this room. This heat press is making it so warm in here, but it's also hot outside, guys. It's like 60 something degrees, and tomorrow it's supposed to be like 70 something. What in the world? And then the next day it's supposed to be like 30. Yeah.
You see me where I am, you won't forget about me. You hold my hand, you say that my identity is in you. I don't feel worth it, 'cause I'm not, but you still stay. You love me so much that you sent your son to save. It's true. It doesn't matter what the world says. What makes me who I am ain't 'cause of the prize.
Guess what, guys? My battery died. But now I have 2 more, so you don't even know, because I didn't have to wait, because the battery was already charged, because I already charged it like I said earlier, and now nothing happened, and I just could just pick up where I left off. Yay me! And this charging port is totally awesome because it fits my other battery too. So now that battery's charging while the other battery, because it came with 2 like I said, while that other battery is still charging because it has 1 bar left that it needs to do. And now, yay, let me just show you what the battery port thingy looks like. So here's the battery port. This is my old battery. This is what the new batteries look like. And then it shows you how much it needs. So obviously this one's empty, and then this one has 1 more bar left. So that is so exciting. So now I have 3 batteries. So I am fully equipped for new market seasons, because obviously when I'm just like at home and in the studio, I can just charge it when it needs to be charged. But now if it starts to die when I'm at a market, I have 2 backups. That's totally awesome. I am done making the shirts, and now I just really need to clean up in here, because I have the box in here that the shirts came in. I have the transfer paper sheets on the floor. It's chaotic in here and dirty and messy. But anyways, the shirts are done, so I'm going to show you what they look like, and they're so cute. So there's this one, which I already showed you, a friend of mine, and I think people are going to like this one. This can be worn like throughout the year. You know, you can even wear it in the summer if you want, but I don't know why people wear sweatshirts in the summer. I just don't get it. But this one can be worn any time of the year, and it's not technically Valentine's Day, but it also is. And then we have this silly goose one, and I think this one is my favorite. I really like how the yellow looks on the blue, so I'm really happy I went with that color, because I was also thinking about making it pink, but I'm glad I went with yellow. So here's the silly goose one. This is so cute. I think this one can also be worn in the summer if you're one of those people that like to wear sweatshirts in the heat. You can wear this one in the summer. I think this would also be a good summer sweater. So these are pretty versatile. The only one that's like more Valentine's-y is obviously the pink one, but they're very versatile and you can be wearing them throughout the year. And last but not least, here is the maroon, and it does look good on the maroon because I was thinking maybe I should have gotten a more pinkish color than this dark maroon color, but it does look good. So it also stands out instead of being just a typical, you know, light pinks and reds. So it kind of stands out amongst the typical Valentine's-y look. But it says he loved first, and I didn't even try to do this, but this design, it also kind of looks like a heart. Like kind of, you know? Do you see it? I didn't mean to do that. Just kind of happened that way. But here's this one. Let me know which one of these shirts is your favorite. Like I said, I might go take some pictures of these. While I was making these and finishing these up, I was thinking about maybe a video that I could make, like a short form video that I could make teasing these shirts. So I might do that, but I also might wait until it's a sunnier day. But when it is sunnier, it's supposed to be colder. So I have to decide if I want to do it on a cloudy, warm day or if I want to do it on a cold, sunny day. So we'll see. But those are what the shirts look like. Let me know which one is your favorite. And thank you guys so very much for coming along and making these shirts with me. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you did like the video to help a girl out and continue to grow this channel. Also, let me know if you are a regular viewer, because I know I do have some people that watch more than one of my videos, but I know a lot of my views are new people. So if you like this video, subscribe so you can be reoccurring, and if you already watch a lot of my other videos, let me know. I'm just curious. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you for working with me today, and I will see you all next time, and Happy New Year, because I'm sure I will not have another video before that. Bye!